Hello, Toddbog here with Breaking the Stream, and welcome to a new Let's Play of Conquest of Elysium 4. If you were watching my last series, we were playing the Enchanter. We had a very short first start, which ended up getting crushed by a High Cultist. And then our second start, we had a much better start there, but unfortunately hit a runaway enemy AI Dryad Queen, which then led to our eventual demise. They just had too many units for us to chew through, and we couldn't get the resources together to counter it. So such as it is, it does happen occasionally. So it's just the nature of the game, being a roguelike as it is. The Enchanter is definitely a tougher playthrough for sure. But today we're going to start up a new game, and we're going to use our usual settings here. We're going to go with large. This time we're going to go with a, let's see, Empire or Dawn of a New Empire. We're going to go with Dawn of a New Empire here. Let's see. No, we're going to go with Empire. And you'll see why here. We're going to go with something more traditional in terms of the way leaders go. We're going to go with a larger number of AI again, back up to our usual me plus 6. We're going to set them to the count difficulty again. This is our sweet spot, but this might be a place to modify for some of the less useful classes for sure. So basically what we're going to do today is we're going to do a Senator run. So Senator is a little more on the traditional side. Basically, they buy older style troops, so Legionnaires and such, your Roman influenced troops and everything like that. And they have javelins. But basically, as a Senator, being in the realm that we're in, we're of noble birth, and we can become emperor if we take the capital. So he can proclaim himself emperor if he conquers the capital. So that'll be one of our goals in this game. But otherwise, they have just traditional troops for the most part. They get a 50% increase to gold income and trade value, and watchtowers can be used as citadels. They get augurs, which can scry to gain information on distant places. Revelers can bring satyrs and maenads from ancient forests. And you get access to more wizard mercenaries even without having a magic library. So kind of neat. You get access to more traditional troops. So it'll be nice to go back to a more traditional gameplay and just kind of focus on that. So we're going to hit OK. And we're going to go ahead and choose the Senator. So we've got everything set up here. We're going to go with unique players again, and let's see what we get. Trying to think what would be difficult for our Senator Toddbog to run into early on, and I can't think of anything that's like a terrible opponent to start against. So Serpent Acolyte and Reveler, okay, cool. Don't have any gold for either of those, but we will get it. So as you can see here, we start with an outpost, which has walls. You also see that we start with Hastade, which are your traditional Roman troop with sword, and Veles, which are your Javelinier troops. So basically they do 1 to 4, 1 to 4, 1 to 4, and then 1 to 5. So these guys are just a slightly improved. And then we got these guys which do 1 to 6 as precepts. These are veteran troops. But they all get 1 armor and large shield, which blocks 0 to 3. So they're pretty well protected, and I think these guys don't have armor yet. So they're the lighter of the troops. So they're all going to hit you once at least with the javelins, and then just do normal attacks. We've got our Centurion, who's a leader for these men as well. Doesn't have anything crazy. He's got a nice little story there. And then we've got the Senator himself. So at this point, there's no benefit for me going out into the world. So more than likely, I'm going to be staying behind in this city here. So Amulius, let's go ahead and transfer up all your troops. All right. And what we can do is we can leave these 5 behind to defend, because we got a fairly solid thing. So we got 9 levies here and a spearman and archer here, so we definitely want this village. And we do start with a town, so it's probably one of the best starting items that you get with one of the factions here. And you get trade, so we can actually trade for iron already, so let's go ahead and just do that. So as you can see, no magic or anything like that, very simple. But we go to our recruits, And we have something a bit different than what you're expecting, right? So you can see that already we've got just a brand new set of troops that you don't see anywhere else. So you'll see all the ones that we looked at, so in order of effectiveness. Tri-Areas, which you didn't see. They're 1 to 5 damage, and they're pike, so if you have a second line of them, they can fight effectively, but they're slow. So this is somebody who has heavier armor, so they have 2 armor instead. So they're a quality troop. Not as effective as heavy infantry, but they are slightly cheaper in that they're 5 iron less. So, and then you have Ballistas, which are phenomenal here because you get them 2 per purchase. So it costs you gold and iron, but you get 2 of them, and they fire a giant arrow every 2 rounds during a siege and every 4 rounds during a real battle. And yeah, that's a pretty useful thing there. So, and then you get Standard as a special recruit. So they provide this local leadership, which gives a morale bonus to all friendly units within 2 squares. So, and you know, are decent fighters themselves in their own right. So yeah. And then finally, we've got ourselves a Serpent Acolyte, which we can't hire at this point because we don't have the gold. And then a Reveler. The Reveler is somebody we want to get because they can then take the ancient forests and start creating troops for us as well. So. But as it stands, we're pretty traditional, so let's go ahead and go into our next conflict there. And I do have the special power of coronation, which allows me to become emperor, so we can see what that does once we get to it. Otherwise, I am just a traditional guy, so we're going to sentry up. And not a very good fighter even at that, because I'm a senator, right? So, pretty quick here. Obviously, the javelins are doing their part, which is great. Did take some damage though, so we'll put them on the flank so they won't take the damage in the future and they can heal up. We'll go ahead and we can do 2 scouting, so we'll do that, and then come back. So we're in a fairly empty area otherwise. Alright. Oh, and I wanted to mention, since we're getting the 50% boost to trade, I believe we're getting 1 per for sure, but we may have a 50% chance of getting 2. I don't know for sure if that's how they do the 50% boost to trade as well. So, but either way, so we've eliminated our nearby areas, and we've already got our first recruit up. We don't have any iron, so we're going to go ahead and just get some Velays, or should I wait? I think I'll wait. I'll wait because I can probably get more iron here. We don't need the recruits right away, so... Oh, excellent. So we got this right here, which is not something we're going to be taking anytime soon until we get some ballista to go up there, but yeah, we'll go ahead and crash into the coastal hamlet, and we'll keep an eye on this port for sure, so... Alright. And I believe that's it for that. Right. Okay, we got our first city here. 17 units, all archers on the wall. That's rough, but not the end of the world. So yeah, we'll definitely be able to basically regroup. We're going to get a massive army. We're going to have to get some ballista, though, for sure, in order to tackle that. So we're going to need some iron for sure. So we'll take a look for that. Okay. So let's see. Guess we'll go ahead and go for this farm here. Keep getting these gold incomes. So we've got 9 deer tribe people coming up. So let's see. We're going to probably want to do a recruit here now. I was hoping we can save up for the Hastade, but we're going to go ahead and go with the Velays. And so go ahead and end turn. Five archers are available, and then 1 Serpent Acolyte. So yeah, they have special recruits as well. So in this case, we're going to grab the archers for sure, because archery is not as common for this faction. So Not to say that the let's see, we'll go ahead and turn. Not to say that the javelins aren't useful. 10 his status for 65 gold. Interesting. It's the same as these guys, right? Oh, but you see, slightly increased gold and the same iron cost. So if we had it, this would be fantastic to take advantage of. So, okay, that's good to know. All right. Amalius. All right, excellent. We got a source of iron here, and it's in a very winnable fight. So we're going to go ahead and take that next round. 5 archers for 50 gold. We're just one short. We'll go ahead and take that out. Alright. So, just a little fighting. Dwarves are sturdy, but they're not... Oh my god. Okay, look at all the different recruit offers. Are sturdy, but not too scary, as long as you don't see them in large numbers. Or in their heavy armor. But, let's take a look at some of these recruits. So we all know archers. Oh, I guess for those of you who have never played, this is a beginner-friendly after all. The archers do have a bow, hits at a range of 5, 1 to 3 damage. So pretty effective, especially against light troops. Gladiators are interesting. They do a lot of damage, as you can see, 1 to 7 damage per flail. When you see that +1, it adds to the top-end number, so it's 1 to 7, not 1 to 6 plus 1. So, yeah. So pretty good as recruits go. They're 25 gold for 2 of them, though. So they're a little on the expensive side. These are the same, but they have a net instead. And the net basically will affect the enemy. So it'll lock them up as a stun. So we got a Leo. A Leo gives you the ability to recruit Precept Solaris. So that, and he's a solar magic level 1 caster. So that's pretty cool. Fire resistance 50%. So he's a Sun Colt, so that he gets access to special recruits there. And then assassins are cool because they get the poison dagger, so they can hit an enemy before the battle starts, and the poison will kick in and can sometimes kill. The biggest part is it attacks rear enemy rank, so it can kill enemy leaders, which can be very useful, or casters, which are even more useful. So, with the 81 gold we have, I want Turnus, because I want to see what those things are. So, Turnus now can... Let's see... So, Precepts... Normally there. Right? It did say... Enables recruitment... okay, it gives you recruitment opportunities. Okay. So it isn't allowing you to recruit straight away, but I can now get Precept Solaris as possible. And he has Sunlight and Sunbeam as solar magic, so both fire spells, both armor negating, so very useful there. So yeah, I'm very happy with that one. Let's go ahead and transfer these troops to him. And let's see. He can go ahead and scout out. We're just going to do scouting for now, but I think I want to take out that coastal hamlet if possible. All right. Amelius. So we now have an iron mine. This is extremely useful with the 2 iron. As you can see now, we can start recruiting the quality troops instead. So we're just going to go ahead and crash up here. And we've got another mine up here. So we're going to definitely take that out. And we'll have a good source of iron. So we're in great shape. With the iron production coming up, we'll be able to eventually get those ballistas and then start attacking the fortified structures that the enemy have. Okay, so this one will benefit from 1 square of scouting. We're just going to scout, and with these troops we'll be able to easily take out the bear tribe. They're the ones I'm worried about right now, so we're going to eliminate them so they don't come and attack my outpost. Although at this point, no, we're going to wait, because you saw what the special recruits were doing, so. There we go. And then the dwarves in the iron mine. So this is the one dwarf that's usually scary, but Looks scary, I should say. It does 1 to 10 damage at a range of 7. Seems like a great shooter, except it's only every 3 rounds. Crossbows are the in-between. They're every 2 rounds, and they do 1 to 5. So that's the one end of it. So Gladiators and Radiaris. All right. So right now, our numbers are dwindling, but we can do this and then this. So we're just finding stuff all over, so that's great. All right, so eliminating that. I can do this. All right. 2 Gladiators. That is just a lot of a powerful attack at the front. The only problem is they're susceptible since they only have 1 armor. Let's see. No, we're going to probably go with the Hastade. The extra damage on the Precept isn't worth the extra armor, so we'll go ahead and do that for now. Just so I have something defending my town, just in case something sneaks in. Alright. Okay. And we're at summer. Alright, we found the upper bounds of our area here. So, we got to start debating where we're going to grow, but let's see. I have enough to do that. And Spearman and Archer, we can take that out. So as you can see, we're making gold hand over fist compared to our last, Precept Solaris. Hand over fist over previous efforts. So yeah. So these guys are just fire resistant with a large shield. Okay. So nothing crazy. 5 gold more to get the fire resistance. So that might be useful depending on some of the enemies we run into. So we'll see what we have coming up. But at this point, we're going to go with, let's see, more Hastades, I believe. Yeah, just makes sense. We eventually need to, with our 3 trade, we should be able to get some additional iron going, so we're good. All right, we'll go ahead and end turn. That spellcasting is nice too, so I do not regret hiring him. And he doesn't have to be present in the town in order to get the extra recruit, which is nice. Alright, so we got a single slinger here. So we'll just come down here and protect our territory. We'll go ahead and do another recruit of Hastade. So it's looking good there. Alright. As you can see, these turns are going pretty quick. Okay. So at this point, I want to figure out what I have over here, so let's just do that. Okay. And we've got our first opponent here, so who do we... Lamius. I don't know what Lamius is, but we'll find out, I guess. Alright. So we can do this, this, and that. A little scouting and then crush. And it looks like there'll be, if we can get a Reveler, there'll be a forest over, ancient forest over here that we can probably take advantage of, just judging by the great boar that just appeared. So, all right. Do we want the gladiators? No, we're just going to go with the slow and steady wins the race kind of people here right now. Okay. So that's a traditional force, so I have no clue what that means. Heroes arrived at one of your villages. Awesome. So we'll go to messages again. Autumn, and then we have those special recruits there. So heroes I like to use for their scouting, because they can't lead troops or anything. They hit hard, but generally speaking, since they can only go by themselves, by that red axe means they can't command units. Means that they don't really do much more than do some scouting here. So, oh, okay. So we got a couple animal mirrors. So we've got ourselves a illusionist. So we probably need to crush them pretty quick. I also have a mirror that casts confusion as well. So interesting. All right. Well, with the forces you have here, we would have some trouble against them. So. At this point, I want to take that, but we're going to fall back. And we're going to try and combine our armies here. So, let's see. 2 Solus. I should probably have picked up more troops, huh? Alright, well, we'll go ahead and recruit some more either way. Let's see. Standard. No. I think we'll go with some more just standard Hastade. Alright. And we'll go ahead and end turn. Alright, so we got some special. So we can get the 10 Hastade, which we're going to take advantage of. Much discounted. That's awesome. Don't need the standard archers we definitely want, but we don't have the gold for, so. Okay. Let's see, 20 units. We have 17 plus, so we'd have 30 units. The animal mirrors can only produce 10 images. 2 appear each time, but 1 out of 2 won't support it. So those are pretty nasty animals, though, but they are phantasms. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and just combine these, and I think we can crush that fairly easily. So we got a slinger. Okay, so we're gonna just dance by these guys here. We got ourselves a graveyard with giant rats, so that's interesting. And yeah, we've done everything we can here. So we're going to go ahead and end turn. Of course, you take my iron. A Leo. Okay. We've got Remus the Leo. Will allow for more solar magic, which is useful. So that might be... Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and transfer up just about everybody. We'll take 5 Hastade out to defend. And Remus has got himself then a force of about 30 units. So let's see. I'm trying to think. I probably want to come down this way ultimately. Might as well kill some animals while we're at it. This force here... Yeah, I think we've got what it takes, so... Oh. It'd help if both of them came along, huh? And we'll go ahead and head in there. And, yep, that's our turn. Okay, Lamius in the Iron Mine. So as you can see here, they only have 1 hit point. They're ethereal, though, so hitting them will be a trick. But once you hit them, they die. So, and this guy we gotta kill at some point. The reason you gotta kill him is they had enchanted sleep. As you can see, all these units are not effective right now. Yeah, that sleep was not something I took into account. That's rough. How come my illusionist wasn't that effective? Okay, well at this point Remus needs to come over here. That was a huge loss of resources. That was probably not a well-advised attack, but... Okay. Let's see. You're here to scout, so... And we're, of course, ambushed on a random square. Okay. Not the end of the world. Yep. Okay. Not an ideal start by any stretch, but we'll take him out. We're not earning a lot of gold right now, so... Alright, we got 5 archers that are up. We can go ahead and recruit those. Oops, wrong right click. Okay. So, go ahead and end turn here. And it should be spring. Excellent. We got 10 Hastade, but we don't have the gold, unfortunately. Just going to murder them now. Yep, there we go. So, again, a bit rough, but what are you going to do? This right here, though, this is annoying. So we're going to transfer up. We should probably do some sort of recruit here. More Hastade. Transfer them up. And we're going to go ahead and take our stuff back. Alright. Remus. So basically next round we'll take that, and then we'll be back to having control over what we're supposed to have control over. So the illusionist has been eliminated. So us eliminating that was the last straw for them. So that's good. Puts us in a better spot. We're going to go back here, and we're going to go ahead and sentry up again. Here we're going to go ahead and take, like I said, and take that. All right. So 48 gold again. All right, 10 Hastade. A white wizard, that would be really cool, but they're a buffing magic, so yeah, that's not as useful right now. I need troops to get out there and start taking things. I would love to grab the Leo as well, but I just don't have the gold for it, so c'est la vie. All right. All right. Gladiators are available. So we got a port, which is awesome. So more trade, more gold. At this point, just more Hastade, and we can get the Ballistas. I think we'll get the Ballistas next round. Alright, Ice Druid for 104. Now that would be cool, but I don't have the gold for it. Okay. So Ice Druid has Frost Magic and Druidism, so it's kind of an interesting combination for sure. So, okay. Yeah, oh yeah, we were going to recruit the Ballistas. And end turn. Archers, Centurion, and Renatus. Okay. So if I remember correctly, the Renatus is pretty interesting. At this point, let's check here. Okay, so what I'm looking for is the start point for the illusionists, so we can probably take them out. That would be kind of neat. But we got a few things to recruit here. So the Renatus is a Mysticism level 2 caster who's immortal. So will reform in its home when it's killed, but will not work if it's killed on another plane or if its home is controlled by the enemy. So pretty awesome to have Renatus. They cast the level 2 spells and everything like that, so we're definitely going to hire the Renatus. The Centurion would be cool, but you know, you can't get everything. So now we have someone who can take control of these units here. We got 2 Ballista already. So basically we're going to get probably another set of Ballista once we get the gold. And we're going to come and take out this port. And then we'll probably take out this city. So, but for now, you're set. So we're going to end turn. Centurion for 38 gold. That's pretty good value. Remus. I mean, 12 units here. Might as well do the scouting, and we'll crash, and then that'll allow us to control this area a little bit longer. At this point, let's go ahead and crash into that. Just clear that out as well. So we'll go ahead and end turn. Oh yeah. So Mysticism has Rising Tide, which is a stun and a burst 25, and anybody who's stunned takes 1 to 3 damage. So that's really cool. Syllable of Death is just a straight up syllable of death as opposed to word of death. But anyways, yeah, 1 to 999 damage. And if that doesn't kill you, then you stun. So it's kind of cool. Cleansing Waters, which is 1 to 2 damage and a burst of 1. And then Dehydration paralyzes. So pretty cool little ability, but kind of interesting that we're going against amphibious troops, but they're not weak, or they're not protected against water attacks, so it actually worked out. Oh, I accidentally burned one of my own troops. It's gonna happen though. Okay, so we'll go ahead and return here. We're gonna do a recruit action for those archers. Make sure I transfer them up. This will really help with the siege effort. If I can click on them, that's right. All right. And here, I'm going to take that. And I think on our way back, we'll come back and claim that. So let's just make sure. I'm trying to find their home territory because it shouldn't be too far away. So, and turn. So this is kind of cool, having different things. Okay, good. We got a Reveler, so we're going to go ahead and recruit that. Brutus, the Reveler. We also have an Augur here. So the Augur has acute senses. They're like our scouts, and then they should have special abilities probably to allow them to see the map. But we want the Reveler because then we can push this way and maybe take the Ancient Forest. So we may actually just do that first. Otherwise, he's just a Berserker with 4 stealth. Berserker means instead of doing 1 damage, he'll do 2 damage when he gets hit. So as long as he doesn't take 5 hit points of damage all at once, he can hit for twice as much damage. But yeah, not as useful as you can imagine here. So we're going to go ahead and skip those guys. Don't see anything yet. So go ahead and end our turn here. Yeah, as you can see, the winter really impacts our income, so that it makes it a little tougher. So we got to be a little more conservative with our money during the winter time, but go ahead and here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to explore over here. If I don't see anything, then I may just swing back and just ignore searching this area for now until I can get my Ancient Forest under control, start the Reveler going, and then start taking out this city. This is probably the important focal point here, so we'll go ahead and enter. 5 archers, so that's a useful thing to recruit. Anytime you get archers with this faction, it's just useful to have. Okay. Nope. Alright. And we're back to spring. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so our friend could have moved across the water there, but I doubt it. So we're going to move back. We might as well explore down here. Looking at what we have up here, we've got a good amount of quality troops. Let's see. So Constantine. Yep. Okay. So I'm guessing there is an Ancient Forest here and an Ancient Forest there. We're going to go here since that's closer to all of our owned properties here for now. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to just recruit some Astade just to defend it. Alright, Centurion and a Serpent Acolyte. So we probably will get the Serpent Acolyte because spellcasting is always good. We're going to jump up on this mountain, which will probably kill our turn, but... so yeah, let's grab that Serpent Acolyte. And we'll keep our gold reserves going. And another Serpent Acolyte, but that one's much more expensive. So Pompeius, the Serpent Acolyte, just Serpent Magic level 1. So he casts Venom, which is 1 to 26, armor negating, which is great, but it does it over time. And then Poison Resistance, so he can help his own team forget or not get hurt by his own stuff. So that's cool. But we're going to go ahead and sentry him up, and I don't need his brother at this time. So the move onto the mountain obviously killed all our movement, but hopefully this is an ancient forest, and then we should be able to clear that off. Okay. I don't know where our friend came from at this point. Alright, a Heliodromus, a Renata, a Serpent Priest, and a Reveler. So we got all sorts of cool stuff come summer. It's going to be in full action. There it is. Ancient Wood. Okay. I don't like that it's showing empty, so that means that there is probably an ambush-worthy thing there. We'll just have to take that risk, I guess. Let's see what we can recruit, though. So we've got the Heliodromus, which is Solar Magic level 2, which is fantastic. So another one of the cults. You got the Renata. She's got Mysticism level 1. So they're part of the Magi and Magi. So you've got the Serpent Priest, who has Serpent Magic level 2, which is definitely useful. And you can see their various things, and then another Reveler here. So Solar Magic is just good. I'll show you what he has there. And then we could do Hastade, but we'll wait because we might get a better thing. So Herminius, Aura of the Sun is one he doesn't use right now. Sunlight is good. Just a burst 1 though, 1 to 3 damage. Armor negating is really good. Double against undead and blinds. But Vengeance of the Sun is a burst 5 fire shield. And what that means is that every time an enemy hits a troop that's blessed with this, they'll take damage, so that's very useful. And then Solar Rays, 1 to 2 damage, but over a burst of 25. Armor negating, so it's going to do damage if it hits you, and it causes blindness. So definitely great. Great for taking out hordes of troops and stuff. So, but for Herminius, he's going to Sentry. Remus. My God. Did I just choose poorly in my direction? Well, might as well fill it. We're kind of committed, so. We'll go ahead and end turn. Oh, the nice thing about Ballistas over other siege weapons is that Ballistas can fire in regular combat, which you don't get with the other weapons. So, very cool. All right, at this point, we're going to go ahead and call it, just making sure we don't have any crazy recruits. We don't. So we're going to go ahead and call it here. As always, I hope you are enjoying the video. If you are, please like, comment, and subscribe, as it means a lot to us. We, as per our usual, this will be played to completion one way or the other. Looks like we got a pretty good start here, and it's definitely a more traditional playthrough. So you'll be able to get more traditional looks at the engine underlying the game and everything like that with this. So, but yeah, it looks like what I thought might be boring in terms of recruits is made up for with those special recruits. So I'm excited to see where this goes. But as you can see, we're already making quite a lot of gold. So we're just going to continue to build on that momentum, and hopefully we'll be able to overcome our opponents. So with that, I will bid you guys farewell.